Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to F1 24. Yes, we're live tonight. If you're around on my Twitch streams, you already knew we were going to be doing this, but we're back, ready for some F1 24 content. Obviously, we're live streaming this first ever one we do, both on the main channel and on Twitch. So of course, if you don't, obviously, you know, if you don't normally follow me on Twitch or anything like that. Oh, no. Reese's Pieces immediately in with the sunglasses. But welcome on in, though, everybody. We got Chris, we got Harry, we got Chris. We got two Chris's. That's going to be difficult to keep up with. Lungisa, Amar, Ninji, Claudius. Everybody is here. Reese's Pieces, Smurf, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for the sub as well, Chris. But yeah, it's going to hopefully be a fun night. We're going to be setting up for our all-new stream, Driver Career Mode. And hopefully we'll have some good fun with it. Beastie Mitch, welcome, 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 welcome. We will get through all the intro stuff, and then I will go grab the sunglasses. Paulo, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Chilsey. Mitch, sorry, I did see that. My sub ends today. I'm going to fully utilise the bottle emotes. I would highly recommend it. Darth Jar Jar, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome, 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 everybody. Sean as well. I'm normally, I do really try and make sure I make a conscious effort to say hello to everyone when we jump into a stream. Harvey, but it might end up being quite difficult tonight because hopefully we're going to get a decent turnout as well for this one. So for those of you that basically don't know, what we do is we like to run a driver career mode live over on Twitch. Normally it's only once or twice a week. But yeah, we'll wait and see as to how we get on. Griffymon with the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it, buddy. Back again for F1 24. It's going to be an interesting one. We'll see as to how we get on, of course. We'll kind of talk as we go through the night. Kind of, you know, thoughts and feelings, everything like that surrounding the new game as well. Welcome on in, Sam. Hope you're doing well. So some of you sort of been asking. I've had questions already as to how the whether I like how the F2 cars handle. I honestly don't know. I got no intention of driving in them at the moment until we get the new Formula 2 cars as well. You know, the idea of still having the old ones in the game, I think, is a major disappointment. But yeah, obviously we're going to skip to Formula 1, and obviously we're going to be doing a full season.
And welcome to a brand
Neil, welcome on in, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Experience.
I'm from South Africa.
You need to choose how
Welcome on in, mate.
This is the default setup.
Oh, I haven't muted my TV. Give me a sec, chat.
Experience.
I can hear it twice.
Or if you're already familiar with the F1 games, you can customize your settings
Didn't
as
take me
much
long
as
to
you
bottle
want
it.
yourself. That's it from me. Enjoy.
Right, so obviously we're going to run custom settings and all that good stuff. So we'll quickly just run through. Obviously, no assist whatsoever. AI difficulty. We're gonna run, I think, 102 just in the beginning to sort of see as to how we get on. Obviously, full. We're gonna do short qualifying. Obviously, we ran full qualifying last year, and it kind of got a little bit boring. So we're gonna do short qualifying but full races still in this series. Nick, welcome on in, mate. I'm doing well. Hopefully you are as well. Driver moves, R&D obviously all on. Everything else is just on. We'll put strict. Yeah, no, we'll leave it on regular just for this first episode. Otherwise, I'm worried that we'll struggle. And increase safety cars and increase red flags as well. Am I forgetting anything else? I think that is. I don't know which one affects mechanical failures, so we'll leave it like that for now. As well. Habibi, welcome on in, mate. Right, I think we've got everything as we want it though, ready to get into this. So we'll go like that. We'll go like that. I haven't done this yet, so I've got no idea sort of what we're expecting going into all this tonight. And obviously, you know, we could be Logan Sargent or someone else or anything like that. But I don't want to. I want to be me. So we'll have to create our own driver. Does anyone... I mean, I don't think there's any new options to it. Matt, are you a Skibbity Sigma Rizzler? What on earth? I don't know what any of those words are. There's Gary's character. There's mine. I think I've been deleted from the game chat, which is very sad. Yeah, we'll go with you. I don't know. Country. We'll do it like that. Hey, thank you very much, mate. I mean, we're just kind of going through all the really, really boring stuff, aren't we? I mean, I get, obviously, that it's got to be done each year. But I don't believe any of this ever actually changes. So we obviously just have to key in the same details every single time. And I don't believe they have added Matt to the game as well. So we're going to have to stick to Mr. Monaco for F124. Mr. Monaco, there we go. And we will go driver number 21. Fantastic. Reese's Pieces with the 10 bits as well. I appreciate it. There we go. We've set up... Actually, no. For this series, to be fair, we don't actually use 21. Last year, we got a whole tradition. Last year, we used 69. So that's exactly what we're going to do again. Vic Von Anker. Thank you for the follow. Let's do this.
Hey,
So...
I'm Elena. I'll be your
We've got
agent
all
for
this
your
all new
sure to
weird
be
stuff.
legendary career in Formula One. Great to meet you. Now that we've introduced ourselves, you'll see that you now have a set of
sounds
driver ratings.
interesting.
These will be tied to
I'm
you for the
Elena.
entirety of your career and will track your progress.
65 rated?
Have you
I'll
performed
take
well
that.
out on track? These ratings will improve and feed into various other areas of your journey.
They haven't
through
added me
F1.
to the game still, no.
We'll cover each rating in more detail later.
Detail? Detail. Not having that. I mean, can we change anything worth having? We got one of those. We've only got one. And I mean, we'll listen to those.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one. Woo! Yes, 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 guys, yes! Come on, boys!
Yeah, no, the name Matt is still sadly not in the game. I don't believe so. I think they're waiting to add a load more customizable options because the fact we've only got one of everything is a little bit worrying. So we've got an academy. What does that mean? So this is the academy where you driver got their break. Choosing the academy will improve your recognition with the associated team, meaning you will have more say in development. So we can, I mean, we technically have really got to go Mercedes driver academy, don't we? If we want to race for Williams, I believe. Or we go Ferrari, Red Bull. Alpine's just there by themselves, so is McLaren. That is quite funny. But I guess we'll have to go Mercedes Academy?
We'll be working
obviously-
closely
no,
together to get you the
it didn't
best
matter.
deal possible. So, decision time. Who will you drive for this season? Tough choice, I know. On this
So,
team, you can view all the available teams.
I kinda
and
know
use
how
some
this works.
information about them to help you.
I'm doing well, thanks Noah. Hopefully you're
Here,
as well,
you
mate.
can check out the basic
Bolted?
information
Oh,
covering your
Bold, sorry.
principal,
Even,
HQ,
thank you for the
and
follow.
vehicle information. Opposite this, you can see the current performance of this team compared to the rest
So
of
Red
the
Bull
field.
OP chat,
This
rather
performance will
unsurprisingly.
change, depending
hope
on
we
your
get a nice
success with
update.
development during the coming seasons.
Can you start in F2 and work your way up?
Recognition
Yes,
is
you
the system
can.
that the team will
I
use
don't intend to,
determine
though,
how much
because I
R&D
normally do an F2
responsibility
series
will
on
be
the
given.
side anyway.
You'll be compared against your teammate, and resource points will be split accordingly.
Recognition,
Increase your recognition
apparently,
by
Presto.
improving your driver ratings, your current contract, and other bonuses that we'll cover later.
She's very, like, raspy. This is what we do with this information. It's like, I can't just speak normal. Right, obviously we go with Williams, James Vowles. Alex Albon will have 60% of the recognition. And there's all these secret upgrades and so much to do. We've got Bot Ricks in. Only do a career mode this year where you move to different teams, or just do an RTG of my team. We have got 3 series on F124. So Twitch and we'll obviously get the full stream, and Matt2 gameplay will get this sort of stream career mode. We're then going to be doing a driver career mode on the main channel and a my team career mode on the second channel on Matt2 gameplay again. That's the plan.
Okay.
So
Who would you like your teammate to be? You can view both of the current drivers and toggle through some information here before making your decision. It might have an impact on your standing within the team.
I must admit, yeah, I'm quite impressed that they've actually changed some stuff in career mode. Unfortunately, it seems that they either do good career mode changes or good driving and handling changes. They can't put both in one game, which is a little bit of a shame, with maybe the exception of F1 2020. So we're gonna stick with Albon as our teammate. There we go. Look at that. Williams, Gucci, wonderful, sorted. I meant to keep this initial stream less than 2 hours, chat. We might slightly run over. Because obviously we've got to do a 100% race on top of all of this. Marcel, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Sorry to the YouTube subscribers as well. I don't get any notifications through properly. It's a bit odd. There's probably going to be, I would have thought, some complaints about handling.
Finally. Let's do this for
Jatin,
real.
thank you for the follow.
Sorry it took so long. You know what these legal types are like? Yes, sir. No,
I'm
sir.
liking
Here's
all this,
80
though.
pages of needless jargon, sir. Anyway, believe it
Who's
or
co-op?
not,
It's going to be with
this is
Gary
my
again, yeah. We're going
excited
to be
face. Come on,
doing
come on.
co-op.
Let me show you what we've got. So, all the usual stuff, merchandising.
My
witness,
driver does look a little
really
bit stoned.
Juicy stuff is their expectation of you. They need you to challenge yourself all season, be the best you can be, dominate your teammates.
No worries, chatting, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All that jazz. Now, it's over to you.
James, welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing well. What's your AI going to be? We have set it to 102, I believe, for this first one.
Here we are. It's contract time. The
Oh,
team are
okay.
expecting you to improve as your career evolves. And so am I. Here, we will be setting you a contractual target with the team, so that this progress can be tracked by both parties. Here,
Interesting,
you can view your
okay.
current ratings
I've
with
actually
your
got to concentrate,
overall
chat.
rating, or RTG, shown at the top.
Early
This is the
access, if you
value
pre-ordered,
that
I
we
believe,
use
is
to set your
Tuesday
contract
next
target.
week.
In order to improve this, you'll need to show your worth at
Oh.
each race weekend.
I can try and get rid of
Your
chat.
current for next season. A higher target requires consistency.
I'm just go that one.
Here, you
There
can
we go.
view your recognition.
I
with
don't
the
know if
team.
I hope you can still
The
hear
higher
me.
the target you set yourself, the more recognition you will earn when you sign. More recognition equals more car development. More car development makes car go fast. You know the drill. Remember,
Wonderful.
if you
I'm
fail
always
to
worried
meet
when I
that
try and change
target,
anything that I'll break
you
it.
will lose this recognition bonus, so don't bite off more than you can chew.
Okay,
You
so
can
it's
see
a bit
some
of a
basic
balancing act
information
then.
on the contract, as well as the number of seasons your contract will last.
Wish I had 20
After
million
this season
subs. I
concludes,
don't think
you
that'll
may
ever
be
happen,
offered
but I
longer
appreciate the
contracts.
support. I reckon
The team
long-term
thinks you
goal,
deserve
1
one.
milli would
A
be. I
longer
reckon 1 milli
contract
would be
will give
possible.
another recognition
But we're a
bonus
long,
when
long
you
way
sign.
away.
There's a few other points for us to go over, but we can leave those until you're settled. I'll leave you to finalize your terms.
It's a wise idea, Tofu. It's a wise idea. So you can... So I can't sign more than a 1-year deal right now. So, what we've got to do is set a target rating. Which I assume means we get more... Okay, so obviously the higher rating I set my target, the closer we believe we're going to be to Alex Albon by the time we get most of the way through the season. We can't do anything to try and get majority say over the team. So I think we'll have to go 69, won't we? We're driver number 69. We've got to go with 69 for this. It's a 1-season deal. You can't sign a half season or anything like that. I assume, obviously, if your driving's really bad or something like that, then Williams will drop me. So they probably will. And, well, let's sign that deal then, I
We're
guess.
signed. We are on the Formula One grid for 2024. That sounds awesome to say. Time to go crush that target. I'll see you soon.
I'm already annoyed with her voice, to be honest, chat. We can only cope with so much of that. Go for 75. Just try and absolutely... Let me go like that again. I think it resets chat though, but hey ho. I need to be a slay queen, dearie me.
Quickly, before we gear up for the first race this season, a couple of things. Throughout your career, you'll get a lot of important information. Keep an eye on this tab between each race to see what you've been sent.
New to
We
F1.
also
Well,
have
yeah,
a
you got to
wonderful
remember, if
team
you're
of
new to Formula 1,
specialists
you will have
who will be
come from
dedicating
money
some of
anyway.
their time to help us this season.
Noah, thank you for the follow,
When
mate.
you
I
have a moment,
appreciate it.
We should go and get introduced. They don't bite, I promise.
Okay.
Driver
There's a lot in
detail
this game,
contains
man.
all the important information for your accolades, contracts, rivalries, and driver ratings. Keep an eye on it throughout the season.
Hi mate, Mark here. I'm your engineer. For
Mark's
the season
back.
ahead, and I'm absolutely
Woo!
buzzing to be working with you. When you're ready, come and see me over in R&D, and we can chat about the development of
Does the camera look odd, chat? I'm trying to work it out. I don't know whether it looks different. I can't work out if I look like I'm in a fishbowl or something. It's really odd. I'll say hi to Will Green for you, absolutely. Right, so we've got a few bits and pieces we've got to look through then. So, we've got our new rivalry with Alex Albon, which is pretty cool. James Vowles has sent us email, just obviously saying, don't crash my car, please. And we got some team specialists. So, just a quick one about your specialists. The more you work with them, the more perks we'll receive for all important research and development. Each specialist will offer perks for a different area of development, but just to highlight their importance, here's a quick list of things they'll be able to do for us. Less chance of upgrades failing, cheaper upgrade costs, faster development time, and more resource points. So fairly kind of standard stuff.
Your specialists
So if we
are a
take
team
a
of
look then.
experts that will be working with us part-time to maximize your research.
Yeah, for
and
some reason the
development
camera
in
does look a bit
return.
zoomed out, doesn't it?
They will offer you goals to complete each
Ugh.
race weekend.
What have I done?
Completing these goals will increase your
Chat,
relationship
I've broke
level
my
with the
camera.
specialist. When that level increases, you'll get perks that improve their area
Oh,
of
no.
R&D.
Broke. Oh, hello.
You can
It's
see
worked
each
again.
specialist's title
What is that
and
about?
current level here, as well as a message
It's
stating
yeah,
that
it's
they have
definitely
some
odd. I don't know
goals
what it's done.
available.
I'll have a look at that.
Select
We
your
will switch
specialist
teams
will
when the
take you to a
opportunity
detail
arrives.
Screen where you can view their perks and goals. When you're ready, select an available specialist to see what they are offering.
Ash, thank you for the follow. Osama as well. And Golf, I'm probably butchering your name. Elite Clean Racing as well. Thank you, everybody. So, what can we do? We got a manufacturing expert. We got a wind tunnel engineer. So they're all doing bits and pieces. So, what goal do we need to achieve?
Each specialist will have perks that match their area of expertise. As you improve your relationship with a specialist, you'll gain access to the corresponding perk. You can also select which of the available goals you would like for the upcoming race weekend. You can change your choice at any time from here or at the track before entering the first session of the weekend. After entering the first session, your selected goal will be locked in.
Matt, are you not still under NDA? I'm under NDA regarding some things. Depends what you want to ask, Bradson. I can answer some stuff. So, it's given us 2 goals. Bold to play as well. Thank you for the raid, mate. Hope you're having a good one. It's either complete a race weekend or participate in or skip simulate 3 sessions. So either or we should do.
You can see your
But I want to
selected
complete
goals
it, ideally.
and can view this during the weekend. After the race, you'll get a
Welcome on
rundown
in,
of
Josh.
which
Hope you're doing well
goals
as well,
you
mate.
passed or failed, and any progress made towards each specialist's level. If you fail a goal, you'll lose progress. So pick goals you're confident in completing. In short, don't get greedy.
I don't actually think I mean, this is terrible admission, isn't it? I don't think I'm actually... There's some stuff I know I can't discuss, but I don't technically... I believe by picking up the game key, I've signed an NDA. Well, we'll keep that one.
This icon
So, we've got a
represents your
goal set.
primary specialist. They will offer double XP for successfully completing goals to help you unlock their perks faster. You can choose any available specialist to be your primary, and change this right up until you enter the first session of a race weekend.
There is a lot going on. Like, a lot going on in this game. I need to sit down at some point and properly sort of sit through it all. Obviously, trying to read chat and everything all at the same
Welcome
time is
to your
probably not
contracts
ideal.
hub. Here,
Oh, you're
you'll
going
be
to
able
keep
view your
talking to me
current
about
contract
everything.
and all the
Give me a
information relating
chance.
to it. To start, you can see all the
Can you
basic
get caught with a
information for
secret
your
meeting?
current
I believe
contract,
so.
Your target rating, your
Matt
current
Beard,
rating,
welcome on
and
in.
more. In this main area, you'll
F124,
find a graph
I'm enjoying
that
it so
tracks your
far.
rating in this race.
Yeah, it's
It will also
interesting.
display your
We'll talk about it
current,
more as we go through.
so you can see how far off
I
you
could
are.
skip this, but I need to know what I'm
Obviously,
doing.
We haven't raced yet, so there's no data. Be sure to come back and check this after each race weekend.
So, obviously, we've got a
Here,
target.
you can review your recognition information.
There is a lot.
You will see a comparison between you and your teammate, as
We'll get
as
caught,
any
yeah, like
bonus you
Bottas.
have applied. Below that, you can see a list of your current perks that come with your recognition level, so you can unlock more and really push the development of the car.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Review your current contract target and set something lower if you're struggling. The team won't take this lightly, though, and you will struggle to improve your recognition this season. But it's better than potentially getting fired. This option will only be available when you're below your target rating.
Okay, so that's
If
quite
you're on a
interesting. Or
long-term
you can
deal,
break your contract.
You can break your contract. As you might expect, teams do not want you doing that, and will treat you as if you've been fired. In short, you'll be off the Christmas list. This will hurt your recognition, both with this team and others when we have to find you a new seat. We may be able to start meeting with other teams if time allows. However, I know it won't come to that. Will it?
There is a lot going on. It is a lot to kind of digest in this game. R&D, I mean,
mate,
surely we
let's
know
chat.
that. Yeah, we know that,
In order
thanks.
to develop up,
Sorry, Mark. I'm just going to go through all your stuff because we know what we're doing there. Albon P13 in the standings. We are, all the way down, obviously, in last, as you would expect. So we've actually, but there's a lot to try and go through on this game. So we've even got accolades.
Through your glorious F1 career, you will work towards these, and each accolade has multiple tiers, just to keep you on your toes. Highlight an accolade, and you'll see what it is, how to complete your current tier, and the reward.
Callum, welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing
When
well.
you've completed one, it will
There's
appear
so
down
much
below
in this
for you to
game, man.
get more nostalgic and reminisce
I was not
on
expecting
past
all of this.
memories.
Nick as well, thank you for. Sorry, I'm missing all the follows that are coming in chat. I do appreciate it. So, quantity of race starts in your F1 career. So we've got to try and get 25 starts, top 5 qualifying finishes. We've got to try and get 10 of those. We need to try and score points 10 times, 3 podiums, and 50 Drivers' Championship points as well.
Across your career, you will always be compared against your teammate in a few different ways.
I
Teammate
genuinely am
battles
having a
are
headache.
Ongoing rivalries with rewards given
Burlington,
every
welcome
race
on in, mate.
weekend
Hope you're doing well.
based on performance.
There's
Close
so
points
much.
tallies can trigger a championship narrative rivalry. This compares your own points tally with your rivals, with the goal of outscoring
doing well,
them by a
thanks, mate.
significant margin to win.
I
Rewards
mean,
are
yeah, it's
given
definitely
upon
more like what it
completion.
is in real life.
If
I
your
will
ratings
go grab
increase
the
for another
sunglasses
driver,
when we get
it
into
can
the
trigger
race.
driver ratings
When we get into
rivalry.
qualifying or
The
practice.
goal is to achieve a big gap over your
I've got to
rival.
watch a tutorial to
Rewards
understand the
given upon
tutoring.
completion.
Exactly.
Each rivalry has an intensity level. At key moments throughout the season, this may increase for one or more rivalries. A higher intensity level means you'll need to do more to win, but you'll earn more rewards.
We're already 25 minutes in.
This graph will show you how your driver ratings are evolving throughout your career in F1. Upwards, I hope. Your current stats are visible on the right.
Thomas,
Each has
welcome on in,
been
mate. Hope you're well.
color-coded to match a line on the graph. Progress will update after each race weekend, and you can view both the present season as well as past ones. Finally,
Okay,
at
so
the
hopefully
bottom
we'll
of
be
the
just
screen,
seeing our driver
you
rating
can see a description of
go
each
to the moon.
rating
I'm going to get a
and what you need to
99
do
driver
in
rating
order
on
to
this game chat,
improve
I
each
believe
of
it.
them.
All of this, yeah, for either a bottle or a mechanical failure.
You can select
Driver
drivers
rating
from the
comparison.
left-hand
Yeah, I
list.
get how that works. Okay, so Verstappen's highest rated. Sainz ahead of Leclerc, I think, is hilarious. Hamilton, Norris, all the same. Albon, best of the rest. And we... Oh, actually, where are we? Where are we? We're not on there at all. Oh, it's because he's comparing us. So we're actually worse. It reckons currently we are on the same level, pretty much, as Richard Verschaw. And obviously, customization options as well. I think we've gone through everything, chat. I think we can now actually start doing things. Sainz is third highest rating, I believe. So, can we actually do any upgrades to the car? I think you can, Gangster, because he was in F2 last year. I can't hire him currently, because I'm not the boss. Don't hit anything or anyone, and you'll be higher than Lance Stroll. I hope so. Oh, have we broke it? No, there we go. Oh, this is new. I can see you, Lungisa. It's just you're putting the same message in over and over. When you do my team, get Novalak in F1. Hey, this is quite cool. I'll give him that. I look so wacky on the end. I can't get over what they did to Yuki, bro. Why is Yuki like 6 foot? He looks so cursed. Yuki. Oh, that's so funny. Yuki's the same height as everyone else. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much. It just does. Yeah, you think your character looks out of proportion, and then suddenly Yuki's just there like with really long arms. He looks like one of those wacky waving arm men. Can we do any upgrades? Oh, they're cheap.
Your teammate, so remember to play nice. Each upgrade will be labelled with the driver that purchased it. Any upgrade that's been completed will be applied to both
every
cars
single
in the
driver
team.
is the same
But
height.
No matter who did it, remember that if the car's slow, well, it's down to the drivers, and if it's quick, it's all thanks to me.
Oh, Mark is such a cheeky lad. Such a cheeky lad. We know how to do that. Oh, perks. I don't know what button 12 is. Oh, there we go.
See the perks that are available from your specialist for this specific department. Because specialists are part-time, it's good to check who's around and
Yuki
whose perks you
Tolnoda.
currently have access to.
Please do a vid on
High
F1
recognition will
2014.
also
Bro, I'm
unlock
playing
secret
literally a game that hasn't
upgrades,
come
the
out
ability
yet.
to rush
And you want a
upgrades,
game
and
from
the ability
10
to have
years
several
ago.
simultaneous upgrades
What is
in
that?
progress at once. Just don't let it get to your
I'm
head.
good. I'm good. Eugene! Welcome on in, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, Yuki's grown. So we don't have enough R&D to do anything currently. But we will hopefully very soon once we go through this first weekend. Or actually, will we earn any more R&D? We will. Wonderful. So we can get one more upgrade potentially done. Okay. So Alex has got his own R&D. And we've got our own R&D as well. So we're both now trying to upgrade the car at the same time. I mean, it is a Williams. We're going to need downforce, aren't we? So we'll do the beam wing.
Finally,
Oh, excuse me. And we'll let Alex try and hopefully do the other one, which he's now decided he doesn't want to do. I think we're ready. Let's go to Bahrain. I'm gonna go quickly grab the sunnies because that's exactly what chat was always gonna do to me. Hey Eugene, thank you for the sub, mate, as well. 10 months, I appreciate it, boo. Congratulations on Charlotte last night as well, mate. I forgot to message you. Don't knock me keyboard over or anything. Right, here we go then. Here we go. So, if you don't know what's going on, chat, I basically now have to wear sunglasses for the rest of the race because someone on Twitch told me to. Right, what are we doing? We've got tutorials. We've got weekend previews. How many upgrades have they put on? Okay. Look, obviously it's Bahrain, so it should be dry. Car's decent pace, but I expect it to be somewhere around the middle of the field. Over the course of the season, I want us to be best of the rest. And even start to challenge the front runners. Okay. So we got a normal rivalry, everything like that. I don't think there's anything else to go. I guess we just dive into this. Oh, that is scary. Chat, you can't see that. Let me go like that quickly. You can see what I've just been greeted with. That, ready? Look at that man's face. That's an intense stare. That is incredibly intense stare. We've got racing to do, chat. We got races to win. This is gonna hurt my eyes. So I don't really know. I mean, it was a lot of words to begin with, so I don't know exactly what we need to be doing.
the long wait is over. This is it, a brand new season. And before the show gets well and truly underway, we've got the all-important matter of a free practice session. It's great to be back. So much unknown before we get underway. So what will be going through the drivers' minds as they get ready for the new season?
The faster you can work around the circuit conditions.
Oh, look at
and
that.
get the
James
car
in the
tailored
garage
to
with
your
us. You love to
liking,
see it.
the better, and then you can just focus on the job in hand in terms of lap times. But first of all, you've got to get the car feeling right.
Speaking for all of chat, you need to go live more often. I stream on Twitch loads. I stream on Twitch all the time. There's a link at the top, or on YouTube actually, on Max
mate,
2
it's the
Gameplay.
first running of the real car. Now I know it's a big ask, but let's get some useful data and get you used to how the practice sessions work.
Dr.
Let's start
Disrespect
the
if you
season
played
as we meant to
F1.
go on, eh? I know we can have a great year, so let's go.
F1 99 finale is tomorrow, chat, if you're interested. Obviously we've got a little bit of a gap before F1 24. We can do more stuff with that. But yeah, excited. So, I have been trying to figure out setups behind the scenes on this game, because I want to try and hopefully provide you guys with some setups for when you get on. So we're going to try and tweak a few bits and pieces around, but hopefully I'm going to release some setups for you guys for when the game launches. They'll be free and obviously just on YouTube. Hopefully they're going to be giving you guys a bit of help as well. And once, you know, if you kind of go onto the game and your car won't drive and you don't know what to do. So that's the goal. Let's do tyre management first. Don't really know. Is it Indy 500 next weekend? I might have to do that. Might have to jump on the Indy 500. We're going to play F1 24, and then suddenly we're not going to play F1 24 anymore.
This test is all about tyre management.
Rain
Try to
5000,
control
thank you for the
stick
follow.
through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Indy 500 IRL is this weekend, yes. I'm going to be watching that. But I meant, sorry, on iRacing. Sorry, I can't mention that. We're playing F1. Then it is Le Mans 24 as well, not long after that. Jupiter, thank you for the follow as well. So obviously I played the game a little bit behind the scenes, chat, but I haven't done anything like this yet. ERS management is really, really critical, I can already tell on this game. And also, I'm sure in Bahrain of all places, time management is going to be awful. So, I mean, I've already learned you cannot lock up the tyres at all on this game. Like, if you lock up the tyres, you're in a world of hurt. Lock up the tyres or hit the wall. It's basically a death sentence. So that's what we're going to have to be avoiding. When is the next MotoGP video? Over the weekend, I'm going to get some MotoGP content out. Where I've just been so busy with F1 24, I haven't had a chance to play MotoGP, but it will be back. I'm so sorry. In fact, I might even try and get an episode out tomorrow. Yeah, hot lap mode I don't think makes enough difference that people just wouldn't go overtake instead. Unless, of course, you're trying to, like, gap other cars. First lap, though. Are we going to get a purple? Yes, we are. I'll take that.
We got some
I'll take that.
excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
So, chat as well, what I've learned is the Williams actually is not a bad choice this year, because it's best of the back markers. So it's actually definitely a lot stronger than it's been IRL so far this year. So staying with Williams for at least his first season is actually not a bad shout. Reason I watch your content is because I don't have a sim setup. Have you just not got the space for it, is it? Or...
So try to lift and coast
DJ, welcome. I'm doing well, thanks mate. Hopefully you are as well.
But remember, you still have to beat the minimum lap time.
Who's going to take Logan's seat 2025? Me, quite clearly. I'm already in the Williams now. What's he going to do about it? So obviously, just like previous years though, fuel management program, you cannot use your battery. I would love to have a mechanical in practice usually. Wouldn't surprise me. I am waiting to have an engine failure early on in this race. I'm gonna start in F1 still. I don't really want to race like the old F2 cars. Unless I do like a F2 driver career mode. Grip through the high-speed stuff feels quite good though. Must be said. Tommy Bank the fun. I mean, it's just how sensitive it is at low speed though, that's the problem. Like, there's no way a Formula 1 car would react like that at low speed. Now, you see that, it was just like sawing away and it was just all over the road. This is a preview version of the game. I believe we're still waiting on a patch before the full version. Which I'm hoping they tweak a few things. Like that. So I don't actually know, chat, whether like this series will get reset or something as well when a new version comes out. Like, for all we know, we might do this first race and completely lose it again. Don't think we're going to get purple on this program. Oh, no, we're way up. Should have just lifted off more. Yeah, we'll take a green. I should have been more methodical with that and lifted off at the end of the straight and tried to do it this lap. Now I'm a second down on the delta. What's the red bar on the left? So I believe that's energy usage over the course of the lap, or energy harvesting, I think. So like how much of the maximum amount of energy you've been able to harvest over the course of your lap time. We're still trying to sort of get used to this new HUD. I'm not a fan of it, I can't lie. Can't just have infinite battery anymore. No. So battery usage is way more sensitive this year. So although it will go, like you can burn through a lot of it very quickly, it'll also recharge quite quickly on this year's game. So it feels like battles are going to be more aggressive in that regard. But of course, you know, they come with the balance of that, you know, trying to keep your tyres in check is going to be difficult. Sim rigs, yeah, are not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. It's a real shame. Harvesting definitely is better though. Obviously you've got like the proper engine brake settings now and things like that. I have no idea, gangster. Absolutely no idea about that. I will only be able to tell you once we're way further down the line in career modes. What also annoys me, chat, when you look on the HUD, is obviously you get all the way up towards the high RPM, and just the way, like, all those little triangles, they don't just go back to where they next start for the next gear. They, like, scroll back down. It's like the whole point of having an electronic dash is you don't need that kind of thing. It's not like an old RPM count or something. It's just a bit odd. Everyone game do you think had the best HUD? I didn't mind 23s. To be fair, I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day with the HUDs is, after a few days, I really just don't really notice anymore. Like, unless it was all really jumbled up and difficult to find things, then I would have a problem with it. But otherwise, I'm just there going, I don't really look at it much at all. Or I base so much of it on sound. Whoa! Force feedback? Oh, there we go. That was odd. 2020 did have a good HUD, though. Final attempt then. Hopefully this is going to be purple. Yeah, low speed is still odd. Still really odd. The handling in time trial is awful. Like, in time trial it's going to be really, really odd. Races, I don't mind it too much. Like, once you can't really use a lot of the cheese strats, it's actually not too bad. No, it's definitely the way the cars handle as well, Dominic. The cars, they definitely are a bit slower through the corners, but I think that's also just because no one has any confidence with them yet. As we don't really kind of know how to drive them well through the corners. High-speed stuff, though, they are ridiculous. They've got way too much downforce at the top end.
Okay,
The fact
give us
that
some good,
Maggots and
consistent
Beckips
laps,
is
please, with
completely
good
pinned,
data
like
that we
right
can
the way
work into a
throughout,
race strategy.
is just so stupid. But hey-ho. Right, anyway, let's try and do race simulation run. We've earned some good R&D up to this point. First weekend of the new season. But yeah, so it does. I quite like the handling simply in the idea of short shifting is basically non-existent now, and you have got to be a lot smoother with it. The cars don't handle very well, but it seems that now you've got to be smooth to get it to work, and I only like that because it suits me. But I also understand it's not accurate either. You know, I'm not saying these modern Formula 1 cars you can really hustle around like you could on previous games. But if I'm going to try and look at any positives, it's the fact that they suit me. Are you going to do more F1 Manager 2024, especially with Creator Team? Yeah, I'll be playing F1 Manager. I will be there for that. I'm playing on PC, yeah. I try not to swear too much, but occasionally they will slip out. I try to keep this channel family friendly for everyone. TNT Motorsports ERS scandal. Start swearing like George Russell. Crikey! I want to go quicker than Albon. That's got to be the goal. You know, first rivalry, everything like that. Beat our new teammate. Plus, I mean, we got the better of him on F1 23, so surely we'll be able to do it again. What said that is such an old throwback. That's so funny. Eugene. Oh, I hate it when I feel like you've got a point. I think people will get used to this handling more and more, and I feel like they will tweak it a bit as well. But it's much worse. All I would say is, obviously the problem is when you're trying to like dial in your wheel settings and things like that, you just go on time trial because it's the easiest place to try lots of things. Time trial is where it's absolutely at its most cracked. Like, otherwise it's, like, in race trim and free practice and that kind of thing, it's not too bad. You get moments still, where, like, you'll have a snap of oversteer or something like that. And it would just be, you know, clearly not right. But otherwise, it's not too horrendous. The rear's their side. It's just the way you, I mean, you watch Max Verstappen there, the way that car kind of rocks around. It just doesn't seem accurate to me. I mean, we get an idea of how Max likes his Formula 1 cars, as I'm going to dive bomb him at turn 1. There you go, chat. Get that clipped. Max Verstappen in the mud. Oh no, we're still battling. It's free practice 1. And we're battling with reigning triple world champion Max Verstappen. We gotta have him now, though, chat. This race is on. I'm not giving up. We are actually gonna try and... I mean, look at the way he pulls out of there. You see how many micro corrections that car had, and it's just able to pull. It's so weird. I mean, every single traction zone he's doing it. It's really odd. I don't really follow any football team in particular. Yeah, the DRS animation is a bit weird. Welcome on in. Welcome, 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 YouTube. Does the handling ruin the game completely? I wouldn't say it ruins the game completely. Like I said, qualifying, time trial, that kind of thing, it's definitely broken. Races, though, I actually don't find it too bad. Like, you can adapt and get used to it pretty well. There we go. Free practice program's all done. I think we've got max R&D there, haven't we? So we've done pretty well. Oh yeah, the AI in MotoGP are hooligans. So we can only get a maximum of 300 R&D there, which is quite interesting. So you are slightly more limited than what you would be normally or in previous games. Pace-wise, we are... Oh, 3/10 off Alex, which we lost all of that in Sector 1. We're actually quicker around the rest of the lap. We're still quicker than Lewis Hamilton, but that is about to change, and it has. Yeah, the handling is a little bit odd. Owen, I'm good, thanks, mate. Hopefully you're as well. I think if... It's a bit difficult, isn't it? It's sort of saying, should I stay with F123? Because obviously if you league race and things like that, no league is going to stay on F123. If you're only really focused on career mode as well, F120, I mean, quite clearly already they've added a lot of stuff to career mode. So it is good in that regard. But if you're not like desperate to play the game immediately, you know, there are definitely, hopefully, some changes that are going to be tweaked.
For more Formula 1 action.
It's nowhere near as bad as F122. Like, it's the handling model. If any, it's too easy, I find, but it's nowhere near as bad as F122 was frustrating beyond belief. This game is not so bad in that regard. We are running only one session of qualifying, yes, Smurf. I just found doing the full quali was a bit boring on last year's game. AI seem to be alright. They don't seem too different to 23. There we go. So we're earning some good R&D points. We gain some experience. We don't gain any racecraft, any awareness, or any pace, though, apparently. Or focus. So my overall stays at 65. If I open the details, what does that do? There we go. So you see what you're earning points from, I guess, which is good. So obviously we need to try and make sure we keep earning R&D. Is it qualifying time, chat? I believe it is. Make us happy we win this GP. I will absolutely not win this. I don't see a world in which we win this.
Position up in the air. Who is going to seize
John, welcome on in, mate. Hope you are. If I qualify inside the top 10, you will win one whole bit. Well, hopefully someone on the Twitch side is going to set up qualifying predictions for us. That would be good. Maybe they already have and I just didn't see it. Oh, there they have. Yeah, they've already done it. I'm sorry, Twitch chat. It's because I had part of the screen covered. I've put Alex Jakes in just for something a little bit different. But let me know if you want me to go back to Crofty. I'm happy to go back to Crofty if that's what the people want. FBI agent 1234. Thank you for the follow. Do we want Crofty? Alex Jakes must stay. See, yeah, I like Alex Jakes. And it's kind of like I'm so used to Crofty saying the same thing over and over. I just fancy someone a bit different for a change. So, what time are AI going to set then early on? Don't know, because we're going to go out and do a lap. Thankfully, Paul DeResta isn't an option. Oh, imagine Paul in this game. You'd say it's worth buying on launch. I was just asked that, Tom. If you're really interested in like the career mode changes and you want to play those ASAP, then, or you league race a lot, then, I mean, you're going to have to if you league race. The new career mode tweaks are pretty cool as well, but the handling model is still a little bit all over the show. Thank you for the sub, John, I appreciate it. Alex Jakes gone from F2 is real sad. Oh, great, we're battling Ricciardo. Literally our first ever qualifying lap and we're battling Daniel Ricciardo. Give me some room, thank you. That was risky, but we made it work. Right, we've got to go. I've actually got to concentrate in chat. I'll try and get some laps on the board after I've already had beef with Daniel Ricciardo. But yeah, it certainly just feels like unless you're league racing or desperate to try out the new career mode changes, it's kind of like at the moment, unless they patch a few bits and pieces, I'm sort of there going, eh. mean, the traction there, is that how a Formula 1 car handles? I don't know. They feel way too grippy in low-speed traction. Like, I did some running in the rain, obviously I did a video on it as well, and like, it feels almost impossible to break traction. Like, the wet grip feels like dry grip on F123. I think Red Bull will have to work for it, yeah, this year. Right, anyway, first qualifying lap coming to an end then. Where are we going to be on the board? I've got no idea. I'm hoping it's under 130? Damn it. 50. We go quicker than Ricciardo.
Tank's pretty much empty.
8/10 slower than Yuki. That is not good for a first run. How did you find the Imola race on Sunday? It was alright. It was alright. Handling is interesting. It's very different. I'm not a big fan, to be honest, still. But, you know, it is what it is. AI level is 102, I think we set. So we're a second off Alex at the moment. Bearing in mind, Albon and I, Ricciardo and I beefed each other at the start of the lap. So we lost 8/10 there, 2/10 sector 2, 2/10 sector 3. I reckon we can find a lot of that if we get the lap nailed. So I don't think that's the end of the world so far. Well, we'll head back out. We'll see what we can do. Sigma Alonso on pole. 65. No, I'm 65 rated. The game isn't set to level 65. Why the Williams? Because I didn't win the World Championship with Williams last year, and I was like, we'll stick with them. I don't think there's a release date. Oh, I know what I forgot, chat. So this is the odd thing on this year's game. You have to use overtake mode on your qualifying run. It's really odd. So you basically have to try and use more of the battery. Maybe I did do that. I don't know. So now, if we use overtake mode, hopefully he says, we'll be more competitive. I mean, look at that. 2/10, 3/10. It's so ridiculous. Overtake mode on this year's game is mad.
And we've been pushed down to P20.
I wouldn't do it normally, chat. I wouldn't do it normally. But I want to give you a rough idea of how much that actually makes a difference over the course of a lap. Yes, I've bottled it. Look at that grip through there. If you're on Twitch, get the bottle emojis in. I mean, look at that though, off the corners. I mean, we might still end up last here, even with the rewind. I believe that might actually be the first time I've properly span it on this game. I mean, look at that, yeah, you use the battery, so you basically got to try and get it down to 0 by the end of the lap. But it does drop quick. Making our way through the final corner. Nice and easy that time. Yeah, you can see, once we remember to use the battery, we're pretty much even with Albon. I think we were a 10th off in the end. I will blame it on the glasses, you're absolutely right. P15. We found 1.2 seconds just from remembering to use overtake. More places on the lap. So you've got hot lap mode, yes, but you have to use overtake on top of hot lap. That's the odd thing.
We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Alonso on pole, Verstappen 7th. This is exactly why I wanted to do the short qualifying sessions, because it gives you grids like that. Absolutely fantastic there. Aston Martin pole position to kickstart the year. We were 1/10 off Alex Albon, 15th and 16th for us, ahead of Ocon and both Haas and VCarbs. Stroll, I mean, how on earth are the kick Saubers? I mean, performance isn't final, I should preface that, but how on earth are the kick Sauber cars 3/10 off pole? That is absolutely mad. I'm over a second quicker than the time in last year's Quali RTG. That's good, because these cars are probably about a second a lap faster. There we go. There we go. No, to be fair, I did bottle it Swiftorino, so it should have been P18 to P20. Revise your opinion on doing Create Series. I might do Create Series. I don't know. I don't know, chat. I probably should look into it. We'll wait and see, though. Right, so we gain no experience from that for some reason. I lost 50 pace. I qualified a 10th off my teammate. Why did I lose? Oh, I was expecting P12. I was like, that's a shame. Okay, so that's difficult. That's a bit brutal, actually. I'll get your predictions in chat before I'm going to finish the GP. You got 5 minutes. If you didn't like the low-speed traction on the last couple of games, you will enjoy this year's Tofu. That's all I'm going to say. You will like this year's game in that regard. The low-speed traction on this year's game is easier, but it's also bizarre to get right. You still didn't expect a salary raise. Come on, man. Eugene, when did you become so brutal? I don't know why I went so high-pitch. But hey-ho. Right. I think we've done everything. I don't think we can do another upgrade or anything, can we? So, we'll hope Albon's actually going to do some stuff to the car. Oh, we can do one. Okay. Get that on. Get that in my basket. And, well, let's do this thing then. First ever race of F1 24. Yeah, P2 to P3 is a brave call, Swiftorino. Last year you finished 18th, so there's the target to be. I hope we finish better than 18th. Tell last 2 and 2 you can buy a Ferrari if you do Create Series, as your subs will skyrocket. It's a good point, Connor. We need a house first, though. That's the problem. It's still 100% races for this series, absolutely. 100% races aren't going anywhere. We are going to go slightly over the time limit that EA allowed us, but hopefully they won't mind. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't quite been a year since the last Williams RTG series began. Because obviously that was, what, end of June? But it is mad. P10 points debut for Wednesday. It's the Mario Kart stream. Who knows?
Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's
We're only meant to stream for 2 hours. I think it was obviously they have to put an arbitrary limit in somewhere. Otherwise you will get people that will stream it for like 12 hours a day. And obviously they don't want people showing too much of the game. If you get into the points this race, I'll give 5 subs. Get it pinned. Get it pinned,
Fernando Alonso lines up on pole position.
Nobody has predicted an engine failure. I would get an engine failure in the very first race.
We have Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc.
When you want to finish the race, I'd like to score points.
Verstappen, Norris.
I mean, if the kick salvers are right there, then maybe we can be.
Bottas.
It's kind of, it's basically just dependent, a bit like IRL, where Stroll ends up.
Ocon.
Because if we can beat Stroll, then we might have a good chance.
Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
Maybe Dominic, maybe.
Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me is Anthony Davidson. Well, welcome back. Let's start with a nice, easy
Ghost the
question.
Icon. Sorry, mate. Welcome on in. Hope you are.
Do you stop Max Verstappen?
That's what they're
Exactly, yeah, I saw... Well, not only did Ben stream for 2.5 hours, he also streamed the one thing you weren't meant to, which made me laugh.
This season like we had last year, or even the years gone by in this
like, we were told we could either stream career mode on my team,
or even
or...
a 3- or 4-way fight.
I can't remember what it was, and Ben streamed the one thing we weren't meant to. Ollie, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome on in. I'll add 100 bits to that sub bet as well. Yeah, Ben streamed the new challenge career mode, I think it was. So if we score points, we get 5 gifted subs and 100 bits. We love it, chat. So, I have done a practice race on Bahrain to get an idea of what to expect coming in. I basically just wanted to make sure, obviously, things were not impossible. Tyre wear is brutal here. So, we're going to have to be really, really careful with tyres. I think it's actually going to mean, at tracks like Bahrain, 2 and 3 stop strategies might actually be possible. So that's what we're going to look at. We do say like that and like that. So 12, 16, 16, 13. Reckons it's only 12 seconds slower. And we've basically got full fuel in the car as well. Fuel burn, I found, doesn't really exist. Which is a little bit weird. But still. Right, let's do this thing. First ever race start of F124. On stream. 5 red lights. No hold at all. And... oh, we get a little icon above Albon's head. That's quite cool. Everyone is already going for it in towards turn 1. Let's try and be a little bit aggressive. I lock the rears slightly. That's a lot of contacts. Good job I disabled the sim damage for this first episode. That was aggressive. We're on a 3 pit stop strategy today. The AI will likely do either 2 or 3 as well, so don't worry. So Stroll's already way down the order. So instantly then, it could be Bottas, Zhou, Albon and myself battling for that final point. Speaking of which, on the inside of our teammate, thank you. Beautiful. I forgot to enable formation lap. I will get it added for the next one. Because it is actually quite important in the 100% races. Cockpit view for the first race. I want to do some cockpit view stuff at some point. But not for the first race. I'm still trying to work out where the front end is. 200 bits for a win. That will never happen. Unless I've set the AI to like 60. I don't think that would ever happen. Where did Perez... oh no, Perez qualified P2, didn't he? Alonso's bottled it already, chat. That's a shame. Yeah, iRacing doesn't have a formation lap for their Grand Prix series. So Perez now is walking away at the front, although he has got one Merc with him. Albon is looking feisty.
You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Don't want to give it all up though. Around the outside of Alex. Ugh. Damn, that's a shame. Alex Albon got some pace. Just because F124 chat, with the exception of that one qualifying mistake I made, I'm not going to bottle it. I reckon we're not going to bottle it in this year's game. We've got a good chance to keep it clean, keep it tidy, and we're going to do so. We're going to try and stick with Albon early on. Lego World Games, welcome on in, hope you are. So this is the other thing you've got to be really, really careful of, front locking. So we haven't actually done it too badly yet, I don't think. But if you do lock up the fronts, you'll put like 10% wear through your tyres almost immediately. If you get like a really big lockup. It might only be 5% doing a 100% race, but you really want to set up your car so you're not locking up anymore. And it's that kind of thing that I do quite like, that in a race is quite cool. Engine temps, they should be alright. Oh wait, it's slightly warm. I've got to be careful of that, it will make a difference. I never tend to worry too much about engine temps, probably I should. Oh, I just feel that. You lock up the rear slightly. This is like the brake bias I found that works. How did they get the body roll tyre temperature? Everything else new. Oh, they can't. And the mirror works. I think, you know... I think had they tweaked the handling around just a bit more, I just don't know whether that would have given them the results they wanted with other things. I think is the problem. But... you know, all the micromanaging, I think, some people, like, I really enjoy that. I get a lot of other people won't know. Because we need to make sure we stay in the DRS range of Alex. We're already just struggling a little bit to keep up. Need clean air for engine temps. I do need clean air for engine temps, but I also need DRS. So it's a tricky balancing act. Because I don't really want to lose the reins to Albon, especially when we're on soft compound tyres. Because we need to try and stick with him. Come on. I don't mind not being, you know, sort of right under his gearbox or anything like that, but I need to stay in the range. If they just do a few little handling tweaks, then absolutely this could be mad as a Formula 1 game. Like, it's a shame that something that on paper it sounds like such a small thing can have such a big impact on the driving experience. But then again, you know, when the game drops, play it, see how you enjoy it. You know, because I have also heard some people going, I really like the way the cars handle now. Twitch Limsy, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I probably butchered your name, but I appreciate it. I think we're also getting a few subs popping in through YouTube, but I for some reason it won't show up for me, so I do appreciate it. Oh no, out of the range. Damn it, and a lockup. See, look at that immediately now. Front left has got 6%, basically double the wear of front right, just from starting to lock up a little bit. That's what you've got to be really, really careful of this year. You've got to drive so smooth in your setup. I'm good, thanks Lenny. Hopefully you are as well. I'm not really in the slipstream anymore. I'm sure my engine isn't warm. Yeah, look at that. The engine's quite cool, so we should be fine. ABS drivers, yeah, that's a good point, Cal. I hadn't really thought about that. ABS drivers, yeah, will have a ridiculous advantage on this year's game. Unless their tyre wear is higher, like normally. Yeah, I hadn't really considered that. Yeah, you get a lot of front end bite, but you overstep that limit and it just immediately rotates on you. Or under-rotates, sorry, I should say.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.6 seconds.
It's a really, really tricky balancing it, to be honest. Because you cannot force it over a certain level. Otherwise, it will just under-rotate on you. But then again, the front end is so pointy otherwise. I haven't got any IRL F1 races planned at the moment, Joey. But welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're well. So we definitely lost the range to Alden. But Stroll isn't really applying much pressure early on either. So I think if Stroll does get to me, we'll try and use him. Yeah, the brake drag is annoying. Like, I get that it was not particularly accurate in recent F1 games, but this year it seems to be too extreme. Like, the way brakes can be locked throughout an entire corner is a bit odd. I'm not such a fan of that. Like, I don't mind a little bit here and there, because of course I am pushing the tyres probably close to the limit. But it's when, like, they drag right the way through an entire corner for quite a while. That's a bit odd. Harley, thank you for the follow. I don't get the menus. There's a lot of them. Especially in, like, driver career mode and stuff. There's a lot to digest. Put the wrong driver in the car, so we need you to retire. I'm the best Williams has got, apart from Alex, of course. AMD GPU driver. I've got an NVIDIA graphics card, so I can't say. You don't need to know the viewer count, the pressure is on. Oh no. I have actually got the view count up tonight as well, between YouTube and Twitch. I don't think we're quite at record numbers yet, but we're doing pretty well. Which I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Taking some time out of your Thursday evening. Do you think Norris and McLaren can challenge Red Bull? I believe week to week, race to race, yes, potentially, but not for a championship. I think unless something catastrophic happens to Max.
To the car ahead, 1.5 seconds.
What's brake dragging mean exactly? It means when you're off the brake, it's still under rotating. So Bahrain, luckily, is not a bad track for it. But for example, Belgium, when you go through the hairpin up at the top of the hill, that's a really bad corner for it, where you're on the throttle and the brake is still under rotating on you. It's really odd. Which, I mean, it will happen through that kind of corner occasionally, but not as reliably and as much as it seems to happen on this game. But of course, again, I've never driven a Formula 1 car. Yeah, that's the way I've described it, Flintster. Could be the case. Yeah, I mean, I'm running slightly lower pressure than I normally would, I think. But I might have to lower it even more. Just to try and save the tyres. Mixer Hornet, thank you for following. I guess the good thing is at the moment, we're pulling away from Ocon and that group. Stroll obviously is keeping up with me. So it is quite clear that kind of Williams and Kick have a big advantage over the other back markers. JJ Gaming, thank you for the follow. Please don't take like 3 months off streaming again. I will have to take a month off in December because I'm away, but apart from that I've got no other real excuse this year. Unless my Wi-Fi absolutely gives up. Stroll's AI is very accurate. He's stuck battling Williams outside the points. I mean, you look at that offset on the front tyres.
2.5 seconds.
I mean, the lefts do naturally take a more of a pounding here than the rights anyway. But they're currently twice as warm, which is pretty mad. That's how careful you've got to try and be of locking and things like that. Like, we might be able to get these tyres sort of like lap 15. So then we'll go to mediums and see how far we can take them. We're running, I think, 103 AI. 102, 103. Just as for this first race to kind of get our eye in. It seems to be a good balance at the moment, I reckon. Like, we're losing a little bit of time to our teammate, but it is Alex Albon, so he's quite highly rated. 8001, James, both thank you for the follows. Handling is something you've really got to get used to. I think Stroll's going to look for it now, chat. I think Stroll's going to try and make the move. Deg, yeah, is extreme.
Okay, you're losing
Moon Raider, what on it? Hope you are.
to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
Oh, Caleb, I've been asked that so many times so far. So, if you league race, yeah. Oh, no. Tiny bit of front wing damage. We'll see how that affects things. If you league race, yeah. If you like all the big career mode changes, then yeah. Otherwise, I think it needs a couple of patches first.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Luckily, front wing damage doesn't seem to affect the car's performance much. So I'm hoping Stroll can drag us towards those other cars. That's the goal. That's why you can't short shift now. You just get no pull off the corners. The front end is too grippy, it feels like. It's too grippy, but also then understeers. But also the rear traction is ridiculous. Like, these cars have an insane amount of grip. Honestly, the best way I can describe it is, like, these cars in the rain have as much traction as F123 cars in the dry. And F123 wasn't exactly bad for grip. We're already 10 laps in then, so we've done alright. Let's just start monitoring that gap between Stroll and the cars in front.
And you're going to be on mediums.
So, like I said, I don't really want to go for the move at the moment. So we'll sit behind Stroll. We'll just manage the temp slightly, but hopefully this might give us a chance to save the tyres as well. Ugh. See, it's the way it just snaps like that. It's a bit odd. I still prefer last year's cars, but I do like how dynamic, like tyre wear and things like that are this game. That is quite good fun. It's going to require a lot more management.
Let's be a bit more careful about where and when we use ERS, and let's try and be consistent as you use it moving forward.
Okay. I've got to use low more ERS. I've got to try and use 9/10 worth of overtake every lap now, apparently. That's a bit odd. I was not expecting in-race challenges. Unfortunately, they're completely covered by chat. But we're doing all right on the chat numbers. I think I saw it peak out earlier on at 250. Front left absolutely cooked, yeah. I mean, look at that. 40% in 10 laps. We'll be able to get this to about lap 15, I reckon. I don't really know how far you can take the tyres on this game. We'll wait and see. I mean, if we can get to lap 15, then we need to do, what, like 21 laps on 2 sets of mediums? That's possible. So we could go back down to a 2-stop. The only problem we've got is Stroll is not closing in on those cars in front. He lost a second that lap. I mean, do you just see the way he tractions at turn 1? It's so weird. I've read some of it. I have it. I need to finish it still. Track limits. We've left them on regular for this first race. Just so I don't have to spend all my time worrying about that. Come on. Yeah, I think we have to try and go back past Stroll. I mean, the ERS, the overtake mode, is so powerful. I mean, look at that. Fully alongside him into the next corner. Thank you. Problem is, they're still in the DRS frame right to the front of the field. That is absolutely nuts. They do a little bit, Floonster, I know what you mean. They certainly, you can tell they're not real. Like, it's the AI being driven on a controller, it's really odd. That's honestly what it feels like.
We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap.
0.9 seconds each lap is not much at all. So team already want us in, but we're not going to dive in just yet. Oh, it's like that when you get those moments.
Okay, gap ahead, 5.8 seconds.
It honestly, the best way I can describe it is almost like a front-wheel drive car when you get those moments, because it's actually better to mash your foot to the floor. 2 scary moments there, but I think, I left the overtake on, that's why. Sure, that didn't do our tyres much favours, nope. Just losing so much to that group in front. I need to see Bottas drop out of that range. Otherwise we are in even bigger trouble than I thought.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
I want to believe Moonraider. I say that because of my incredible skill, but it's not. It's just because it's really odd. But even then when you do save it, it doesn't feel rewarding. It just feels like you got lucky. It's almost like F122 in that sense, but for a completely different reason. Also, I have my force feedback set very high. Claim the DRS off Lance. I mean, we are just now destroying this set of tyres, but we'll claim the DRS. Thank you very much. Oh, there we go. As soon as I said about Bottas and Zhou, that appears to be the case. So maybe we'll start closing back in on them just a little bit. thoughts about F1 esports? What about it? Going to be interesting on this year's game if it's like this. Yeah, we're not going to box just yet. We're either going to go... I want to ideally go end of 15. Then we can do 21 laps on each set of mediums to the end. Which should be possible. Especially as we'll get a little bit more gentle with the tyres as things move on. F1 esports last season, yeah, it was great. I watched the final race in Abu Dhabi, that was fantastic. Delivered a good show. I haven't bottled it yet, Dominic, not in the race. In the low speed stuff, the cars do feel very odd to drive. They don't feel slow though, particularly. Unless they're understeering. So I think actually, yeah, we're in clear air. And they're not getting DRS. I think we're actually as quick as those cars in front. Which is not bad when you think I've absolutely ruined this set of tyres. When did you first get into F1? I think it was 2007? I want to say with my dad. I have like vague memories of Lewis coming in. Oh no, there's your bottle. Yep, tyres are gone. Even that though, that should have gone all the way around on me. That only cost me 3 seconds. Get your bottles in, chat. I think we'll dive in now. Try and see if we can undercut.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
That I think is where you know the tyres have just gone past the limit of what you want to do with them. Oh, a little bit of a lock up there into the pits as well. It was only a small bottle, chat. I didn't even spin all the way. It was a half spin. But we are the first car into the pit lane, so...
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
How are you feeling the cars handle compared to F123? They handle very differently. I'm still trying to get used to this year's cars.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
High speed, they've got a bit too much downforce this year, it feels like. And low speed, they're a bit too twitchy. But I do like the new tyre wear saving and things like that. Hang on, I'm not calling that a full bottle. We cost ourselves like 3 seconds. Almost did it again. I mean, it's how much grip you've got on the curbs as well. Curbs basically feel non-existent this year. Oh, there we go. So one of those kick-salvers in. I must admit, I do like that little challenge it threw up. So, to sort of do that mid-race is pretty cool. Should the tyres be squealing? That is the real question. I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm not putting too much wear through them, I don't think I'm doing it badly by any stretch. What restrictions to EA have I given you? I can say whatever obviously there's certain game aspects I can't talk or show you yet. But I don't have to say anything specific about the game. I'm completely allowed to say whatever I want. Bottas, 8 seconds up the road then, so let's see if we can start trying to cut that gap down. He has gone hards though. I can't see him going to the end on those. but hopefully we'll have some extra pace. Clearly the undercut does work still then, so that's good to know for the future. He's definitely still trying to get temperature. I feel like I'm getting into a rhythm as well, for the most part. What restrictions does last 2-1-2 have on me? Apart from a fair chunk on my time blesser, which she's perfectly entitled to. Nothing too crazy. Of course, Bradson comes back with that. It's going to crash on lap 22. Why do people always predicting when I'm going to crash? Like, why, chat? Why don't we just believe I'll have a good race? I mean, it won't happen, but I mean, it'd be nice to believe. Hey, oh, that's annoying. So those two state cars now have got back in the DRS of McLaren. So then again, unless that McLaren can pull away, they're just going to be sat in their DRS forever. Unless Joe drops out of Bottas's range. So, I mean, yeah, even with that spin, we've actually taken another 2 seconds out of him. So, undercut is good. It's just now about seeing whether we got the pace. Come on, Joe, drop out of that range. I don't think it's going to happen. History tells us you won't have a good race. Hang on a minute, last year I won 2 races. I'm not having that. It could have been about 6, but still. It was only 2. I'm feeling I'm not going to enjoy playing this game. It's a very, very different game to previous titles. It is very, very different, and I think it's going to be very polarizing as well. So, it seems horrible to wish this, but I'm hoping Alex doesn't stay in the DRS of those guys in front. I'm hoping he falls back into old Zark clutches. You think a professional streamer should only win 2 races?
Nice work.
I'm not a professional streamer. I make videos, yeah. I don't stream full-time. No way I could stream full-time. Well, not at the moment, anyway. Things went well. You know, had a lot more subs on Twitch, that kind of thing. Then maybe I could consider it, but it's going to be each week RTG. I will try and keep it weekly or twice weekly as best as possible.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.7 seconds.
So there is Albon, and he's gone softs. Carlos Sainz is having an absolute disaster. 5 seconds up the road in 11th. And I believe everyone now has pit. But I think both of those kit cars have dropped out of the McLaren's range again. Alonso... Oh no, Red Bull is still out there, I was going to say. Alonso's winning, but he's not. Last 2-2 is not here, no. So, I mean, we're almost at 1/3 distance. We're doing pretty well so far, I believe. Oh, sorry. Got any plans to do league racing this year? I'd like to again.
Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Either do some WOR or PSGL, perhaps. We'll wait and see. So, do we think I can get back inside Alex's range? 3 seconds. Undercut, yeah, see, undercut is definitely powerful in Bahrain specifically as well. Like, that's just always been the case. If we can get that gap to Alex down, that would be fantastic. Even though he's on softer tyres. I wonder what his plan is, actually. He might be trying to go mediums at the end, or hards at the end. Definitely still struggling a bit with lockups, but... AI is set, I believe, to 102 or 103. I can't remember. Don't be mean to toast. We all love toast here. Every once in a while, I keep accidentally looking at the live viewers. Yeah, we have not got the pace to keep up, by the way, to Alban. He's only gapped me by 0.6 this lap. Catherine, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're well. I mean, we're setting decent lap times. We're only a 10th off our PB. But maybe we can get a bit closer to those kit cars. I don't know. I feel like we're going to spend a lot of today going, maybe we can get closer to that car. Or that car. Or that car. We're just not going to get there. You've got to be so careful of that curve there. So, exit curves you can absolutely use. Apex curves, not so much. Like, you'll notice I'm trying to avoid quite a lot of the apex curves around here. The Red Bull haven't pit yet, that's why they're so far in front. I don't know what their strategy is or what's going on, but they haven't. What's feedback like on Fanatec DD? It's pretty good. We haven't had any false feedback like major problems like I've seen a lot of other people having. Not on Fanatec gear, I must add. But you kind of hope so when Fanatec and Cody's work so close together. It feels... Yeah, probably, I'd say, obviously, because it's difficult to always say when the cars feel so different. Both Red Bulls have pit. What is that? They waited to go so much longer than everyone else and then both have pit in one go. That has got to be the dumbest thing I've seen so far in this game. Verstappen's P12. Are we going to be in his DRS? Surely not. We are! Oh, that's so ridiculous. I think we've got DRS off him, surely? Yes, we have. How in the first race of this series are we battling Max Verstappen for position? He's going to pull away from me, but we can try and stick to him. Why on earth would Red Bull double stack? IRL, yes, it can work. In-game, no. Max, you've got one job. That is drag me along to those cars up the road. They might go to the end, actually. That's a good shout. I don't know.
The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound.
So I don't know whether the other Red Bull is ahead of those stakes. So that's the other quite important thing, because of course it might be that Max is dragging us along, but they're also just getting dragged along by Checo. I mean, Max is pushing. He wants me gone. I'm going to try and hang with him as best as I can. That's the other thing, of course, with the battery now, and obviously DRS doesn't feel as powerful, but I wouldn't say it feels weak either. Anything about the handling, gotta be the disconnect. It feels, honestly, the best way I can describe it, feels like you're floating a lot of the time. Like, it doesn't seem that there's any correlation between your wheel speed and how much grip the tyres have. It's difficult to explain, but you just get moments where the steering feels really light despite the fact you're going at very high speed. But it is definitely exacerbated in time trial and things. Like in career mode and racing, it doesn't actually feel too bad. It doesn't feel natural, but it doesn't feel anywhere near as bad. Is Verstappen Beer the new Verstappen Norris? Well, he might be going to the end. I'm definitely not. So we'll try and stick with him, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't think we'll be in his range for very long, put it that way. You can see Max is definitely trying to shake me. using a bit more in some certain parts of the lap. But of course, the other good thing is, with how powerful now the recharge is, you can do this a bit more. You can try and hang with them.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us. 5.4 seconds.
Unfortunately, yeah, all of the AI in front that we're trying to battle with have done exactly the same thing to Sergio. So it makes no difference at all. What are the red, green, and yellow bars? So green is, I believe, battery used. Yellow is charge of the lap. And red is how much you've regenerated, I believe. Green, sorry, yeah, is battery available. Oh, I broke too late there, that was the problem. I knew I had to try and keep it inside the line. Yeah, green, sorry, is battery available for the lap, your allowance. Yellow is overall charge. And red is how much you've generated. The tyres are not happy with me, that must be said. So we wanted to try and get into, what, lap 36? I think? Yeah, 35, 36, wasn't it? Not convinced they're going to go that far. We do need to be a bit more careful with them. But we are trying to make up time where we can at the moment. Like, it is beneficial. We're pulling away from Stroll behind. It's definitely beneficial to stay in this. Like, pushing. What? Stay in Max's DRS range. That's what I don't like on this game. That right there in a nutshell. Like, that just feels so odd to make sure you save it. I've definitely lost the range now.
Okay, mate. Engine's running very, very hot. Engine's running hot. Let's try and keep it cooler.
So we've got to try and keep the engine now under 140.7 degrees. What's the engine temp? 133. We should be fine. Oh, that was bad. Look at that, yeah, put 4% wear. Near enough. Like, the thing is, well, when you get a save like that, like, I can't learn from that either. I can't sort of sit back and think, oh, I saved that last time, I can do it again. Because ultimately, I've got no idea how I saved that. It just feels like a lottery. I haven't played it yet on a pad, but I will be doing a video. I'm staggered how well I stayed with Max, to be fair.
2.1 seconds.
Yeah, Red Bull, unless they are going to the end, but even then I think they've really shot themselves in the foot here. A one-stop strategy is not the way to go. I just want to have like a safety car or something. Re-bunch everybody up, make things a bit interesting. It's like then as well, you'll do that line 10 times and it'll be fine. And then just seemingly one little thing will change and the car wants to snap on you. So we're meant to be halfway through this stint chat and I've done 43% wear through that front. It's not looking good. I'm not sure I want to use hards though. That's the other thing. Especially if I do wreck them. Like, would a set of hards basically do half a race? If a set of mediums is only doing a quarter? I'm not convinced. F124 has red flags, yeah. I don't believe any feature from F123 has been removed in that regard. Handling isn't as bad as it. Oh, handling is very different to F122. It's more predictable most of the time, but when it's unpredictable, I'd argue it's more unpredictable. F122's handling was just a lot more difficult. This year's handling is very easy until it isn't. 95% of the time, this year's handling is fine. It's just then those moments you get where it's awful. In race trim, in practice, in qualifying or time trial, it's bizarre. Oh, I mean, even there, look at that. Back end sliding around on me. It's not pretty. Yeah, hards aren't working. Verstappen's barely taking time out of Albon. But then again, you've got to remember, Albon is getting dragged along by Perez. In before the engine blows up. It would not surprise me if we had a mechanical in our very first race. If I've actually enabled them, that is. The other thing I'm worried about is the fact Stroll's closed back in. Thought we were done having our battle with Stroll today, but apparently not. The tyres drop off at 25% like last year. I don't think so, but I never really noticed that on last year's game particularly. So I think what we're going to have to do, chat, is box quite soon. Go another set of mediums, and then softs at the end. Unless we want to try and go 2 sets of softs. Yeah, we could try and do double soft, couldn't we, I suppose. Can you change your camera settings? I don't mind them. What's wrong with my camera settings? I normally leave it on default. Only thing I don't like is having like the what's it like where the camera zooms in and out. What's on handling? It's interesting. People are unhappy they can see me on camera, probably. Who can blame them? Yeah, I mean, Verstappen, he's going quicker than Albon, but not by a lot. Offset cam is the goal. I cannot stand offset T-cam. I don't get how anyone can use it. I don't, like, how on earth can people drive like this in the car? Like, they're just, like, sat completely sideways. It's so odd.
Box this lap. Box this lap.
No! That was completely out of nowhere, seemingly. That's what I mean, it's just those weird little moments where something will happen that you're completely not expecting. Oh, is Lance going to have me? We'll try it around the outside.
Come on, you can win that place back.
And we
here's
have.
The gap that we're trailing the car ahead by 8.7 seconds.
Yeah, tyres are definitely going. Definitely got to nurse some more than I've done today, chat. Although, to be fair, this second set I have absolutely wrecked trying to stay with Max. Like, if I go back to the softs, then maybe I can look after him a bit more. Yeah, these are not looking good. We need to get one more lap done. At least then I know I've gone longer on the mediums than I did the softs.
Is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
Probably not, Dominic. I find the Isle of Man TT so ridiculously scary.
Don't forget, box this lap.
Like, don't get me wrong, an insane amount of respect for the riders, but so scary. Don't know how you can wear sunglasses indoors. Because someone paid points on Twitch, meaning I have to.
Really good job. Gap to your teammate ahead.
Does the F1 game since 2021 use control and found it a bit rubbish? Do you enjoy this game more? Probably over F1 2021, yeah. Depends how badly you want to play an F1 game. I'd say either 23 or 24. Yeah, the Isle of Man TT, like, fair play, the riders are batshit. But, you know, they've got to be absolutely mad. But you think, fair play to them for doing it, right? Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll dive in now onto a U set of softs. So I believe that'll have been 1 lap in qualifying. We'll see how far we can take there, and then maybe we'll go softs or mediums to the end. Like I said, this medium stint is not really a representative, because I absolutely destroyed him trying to keep up with Max. So it's not really a representative of how good the tyre would have been. To be fair, I'll take the sunglasses off at the end of the race as well, and my eyesight will feel really distorted. Like the colours and stuff. You can turn them into 50p pieces. So that's the other thing as well. ABS is a little bit... Oh, sorry, lack of ABS this year. The braking's a little bit different. But it seems like, going into pit lanes and stuff, it is a bit better.
Okay, we had an
New
issue
bastard?
removing the left
Ah.
rear wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put it behind us and finish the race strong.
My day was good until that, new master. Annoying when that happens.
Okay,
Especially on a
one
team
stop
like
to go.
Williams.
Just
Although they
one
messed
stop
that up at
left in
Imola,
the
didn't they?
strategy.
So wasn't that tired, but accurate game. Ugh. So we'll try and nurse the tyres a bit better this time, chat. We'll see what we can do though, because obviously we need to push on. I also don't know when the AI are going to box. Problem is I can't really move the bias around.
Stopper here, but they still have one more stop to make. Let's see if you can get past, but don't overdo it because they're going to be coming into the pit soon.
I'm not on a 2-stop, Mark. I'm on a 3-stop. So, okay. At least we know what the AI in front are doing. So we're still actually in a race with them. But I can't help but feel, yeah, my 3-stop might be a bad choice. Unless we get a well-timed safety car or something.
We're both on a
The handling is
strategy,
certainly
but they
different.
still have another stop to make. Get past if you can, but don't overdo it because they'll be coming in soon.
Thanks again, Mark. I kind of knew that last time, but I appreciate it. All help is good help. They were 6 seconds behind Ricciardo, so we're definitely going a lot quicker.
We're both on a 2-stopper, but they've got one more stop to make. Let's get past
No
if
way.
you can, but don't overdo it because they'll be in soon.
No way! I didn't realise they were on a 2-stop.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
When's the next
6,
iRacing
5
stream
seconds.
slash video? I don't really know at the moment, Caleb. I need to get back on there at some point. I might do Indy 500 if I've got the time. And maybe Le Mans. They'll both be something next month. But I don't know. I think some of them are on 2 stops, I believe. And you top tires screeching. Drive smoother than I am. You just got to be more gentle on the brakes and the turning. But to be fair, I don't think little lockups like that actually make much difference. Okay, they do. I don't know. I can't work out whether they do or not. Everyone around you is on a 2-stop. Only the car in front. I don't know about anyone else. Aston Martin livery is not bad. Can you please fund me a sim setup? I can give you some recommendations. Tech Trek, welcome on in, mate. Hope you're well. So excited to get F124. Enjoy it, man. It's certainly very different. I'm not going to argue against that. Best livery. I like Ferraris this year. The yellow stripes before the HP logos. HP logos kind of ruined it. That's a cheapskate. You won't fund anything. I think viewers have a very distorted view of how much money Matt makes. Especially when after going through a completely dead F1 game cycle. As your first full F1 game full time. Plus Matt's also trying to save for a house. So Matt can't even fund things Matt wants to right now. Oh, I've got to stop locking that front. Oh, got a few AI in. Interesting. Hint 212, BMW 212, and Deals 212. Broke 212 is probably the most accurate description. Definitely the low speed stuff, Stuart. The low speed twitchiness. Have a good one, Lungisa. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Gotta stop snagging those fronts. Oh, we're not last anymore, though. That's good. It is just as you come off the brake in the rotation phase. I'm doing it still slightly too early.
Hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres.
How long had I just left the car in overtake, chat? I think I left it in overtake for ages without realising. To be fair, this time around we're actually not doing too badly on the tyre front. Like, the screeching makes it sound worse than it is. I've got to try and do an entire lap without blocking. So you just get a tiny little under rotation there, and it's fine. 20,000 Vietnamese dong. Isn't that worth like less than £1? Like 35,000 VND to £1. I think, obviously, someone like Yano is obviously going to expose the biggest flaws in the handling. It's far from perfect, but in race trim, it's not as bad.
So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate. Or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge.
So that's the other thing that annoys me when Mark talks to you, because obviously then you can't hear what the car's doing. And that is frustrating. Because I still need to know when we're locking up on things. Like that. Oh, so annoying. Now your chat's point out to me, I'm trying so hard. But I just keep getting little ones, and I don't think they make that much of a difference. But it's like I just want to try and learn how not to. Ooh, we are actually burning through a little bit of excess fuel today. Tyre wear is pretty stable at 4% a lap. Ooh. Turn 1, thank you for the follow. I was too busy reading who followed rather than seeing where I was going.
Alexander's in the pits. Alexander in the pits.
Trying to put an emphasis on smoothness. And proceeds to lock up everywhere. It's the Mat 2 and 2 way. Thing is, I'm not really locking up though either. You're just having an ever so slight under rotation in the tyre as you get in towards turning. Like, it's not actually costing me much time, I think. But how long have you been saving for a house? A good few years. Probably for the last 3 years I sort of thought about it more seriously. It's certainly exactly the arena. I'm looking forward to that. Ah, fair enough, mate. You came to the dark side on Twitch. I'm very disappointed, chat. We've had no kick viewers. So heartbroken. Yeah, house prices in the UK are not fun. So Albon is still a good 10 seconds up the road, and I've got a pit stop. Oh, I keep leaving the battery on! So stupid. That's already cost me getting the range of Ocon this time. To be fair, we've got to a point now where the inside lockup actually isn't doing much to the tyre. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not helping it, but we're a pretty consistent 4% wear a lap, and that's actually good.
Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 5/10 a lap. 5/10.
Stroll's still going quicker than me. So we should be fast towards the end, so I reckon, like, P13 is going to be doable still. I think these two still are meant to pit again. Maybe not? I don't know. It is, yeah, this game, though, is definitely the emphasis is consistency. I'm just braking a little bit too late. But it's so difficult to try and kind of bring your brain around the idea that you need to brake earlier than you want to into corners. Like, because all it is, I just got to remember to let off the brakes slightly earlier. And that's such a difficult thing to do consciously everywhere. Because, of course, normally I'm so based on hearing that noise to then come off the brake. We need to get Ocon and Hulkenberg go down the start-finish straight. I mean, our fastest lap's only a second off. We might be able to go fastest lap at the end. Can't remember what I predicted. It was probably around where we are at the moment. Oh, they're both in. Damn it. Can't even try and make the overtake. So yeah, Albon's got 12 seconds on me and the pit stop. And Stroll is now back in my range. The rears. So if we can get these tyres to what, lap 43? 42, 43? 43. Then we'll have done okay. I'm actually staggered, though, how quickly this race has gone by. Like, it's definitely easier to do 100% races on this game. Obviously, you still get the occasional scary moment. But it's definitely easier overall. Yeah, so I think, actually, yeah, it's probably going to be P14 is all we can do. Because I reckon we'll be able to get past all the back markers, but nothing more. Max, though, I think, is about to get swallowed up by everyone two-stopping. AI, yeah, is 102.
The Williams driver's in the pits.
Oh, that's Alex. He's not in the pits. They're lying. What's that about?
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 33.0 seconds.
I'm going to be out behind that group anyway, so I'd rather have a pace advantage over them. And if we go softs, then we will. It's definitely as you start getting towards the end of a tyre set that you start becoming a lot more twitchy.
Okay, mate, after that front wing damage, we've got to look after it now. Please protect the front wing. Come on.
What front wing damage? Haven't done anything. I was saying, the next 8 laps we might not see any other cars apart from trying to follow Stroll around, so... Oh, that was bad. Inside Stroll's dirty air. I reckon, yeah, Branson's been trying to get Mark drunk today. He's definitely said some weird ones. Did you know other drivers were on a 2-stop? I didn't. 2/3 distance though, chat. We are getting there. I'm hoping EA won't hurt me for going over the... Well, say we're going to end up going over the allotted time slot, but, you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, it will mean I can't do any solitaire. Because it is meant to be the entire stream length. Bullet Bolt, thank you for the prime, mate. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Hope you're well. Let's try and stick with Lance until we hit. How's the game? Worth buying? As I've said to others, if you're gonna league race or you really like all the new career mode changes, then yeah. Otherwise, I want to see you make a few tweaks first before I can really recommend it. EA spies that will grass me out. I don't think there's any EA spies. Like I say, I can't imagine they're going to have a real problem with it. Because like I said, I wasn't expecting 30 minutes of build-up and that kind of thing. Yeah, it's okay, Marcus. It needs a few tweaks still. But it is, you know, definitely racing is quite fun. I'll say that. Time trial qualifying, a little bit odd. Races, though, they are good fun.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 0.8 seconds.
Gab, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I'll be staggered if somehow State throw this away. Like, they have absolutely had the pace to be better than Williams this weekend, and Albon's still right there.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
What's wrong, Toast? Not like EA would notice a mid-streamer. That's harsh. Fair, but harsh. Yeah, tyres are going. It's those moments still that annoy me. Like, where you've got no feel. And even then, like, it says it all when they annoy me, when normally I've been able to save it as well. Spyman, welcome on in, hope you're well. So yeah, we really have maintained that 4% a lap tyre wear. We've been consistent today, if anything else. So the other good thing as well is that Magnussen, that gap's floating still at about 20. So I think hopefully we'll have quite a quick blast through the back markers towards the end. But of course, it's all good learning about the game, learning muscle memory, everything like that. We did have a spy, Spy Man. I'll be honest, if you're a spy, calling yourself spy is not a good idea. Oh, that's a corner cut. Spy Man, we're only joking. Welcome into the stream. They would never suspect so exactly. How many times will Bottle Job 2 and 2 be out in this year's game? Oh, thousands. Absolutely thousands. Almost there. How have I not had a single mechanical failure as well in this
boxing
race?
This lap, give us the best in lap you can.
The mechanical failures just not exist anymore. I'm actually extending the stim one extra one as well, by the way. Oh, Magnussen's actually got a bit of a breakaway from Ricciardo now. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
I'm going to continue to drive as I have done all day, Mark, and that is way too aggressively. Because I won't learn. Why do you open your mouth? It'd be quite boring if I just sat here in silence, surely. Oh, tell you what though, chat. I've done way too many races this week. My back's starting to hurt.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
I do like the fact he does give you a reminder still. See, I think we should still be able to get Magnussen. So it's basically, we're going to box to just hopefully finish exactly where we are. But yeah, one more lap.
Car in front
I see. Actually, yeah, that's interesting. So I think tyre wear actually gets slightly worse once you kind of get the tyres close to the limit, obviously because they'll slide around a lot more and things like that. Hey, Presto for the resub with Prime. I appreciate it, buddy. Good luck, Toast.
And gap to the car in front, 4.3 seconds.
And thank you for the follow as well, Spyman. I appreciate it. I mean, there's no way, surely we make up, what, about half a minute on laps towards the end? Can't go 2 seconds a lap faster to the end of the Grand Prix. Say, the good thing is, of course, because Lance sucks in this game still, just like he does IRL, is it might mean that the back markers have got a chance to score points. It's now Mark officially. It has been Mark since the last couple of games. I would also love to go for fastest lap, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, we're definitely starting to lose a bit more to the cars behind as the tyres fall off. Slower than Lance, back to F2 for you. He has got a much quicker car than me. Like, Alonso is unironically in the fight for the win here, and Lance Stroll is 13th place. Oh, have I set the tyres? Ugh. Just remember to set the tyres. Reese's Pieces with another bit. I appreciate it, buddy. Just about remember the tyres there. Please don't say it's an old set. Come on, no problems.
Okay, let's go now. Come on.
Lyric with 2 bits as well? Oh, no, they are.
We were expecting.
Damn it! Okay, so that set's actually done more laps than I'd hoped. 4 bits from Bullet. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Okay, that's alright. We've come out closer to this group than I was expecting. So now we've got to just try and move our way through. Actually get some overtakes on the board towards the end of this race. We cannot finish last. We've got to finish better than 18th. That's where we came last season. We've also got to be a little bit more gentle on this set of tyres. Then again, we've got low fuel, everything like that, so... Gotta be careful with our battery usage. Gotta make sure we use it wisely. We're not gonna get stuck with this group towards the end when I've got no battery to pull away. How does the game feel to you? 95% of the time it feels good. It is just that last 5% where it goes a little bit weird, which is annoying. It's where you get like the moments of snap oversteer, that kind of thing. Retire the car, end the stream. I'm sorry. Right, come on, we gotta go for a move. Big diving maneuver. Oh, I was gonna try and get away with no lock up there, but I didn't manage it.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
AI battling just up in front. I think that's Ricciardo and Gasly. Two of the old Red Bull drivers. There's Tsunoda, another one, waiting in the wings. The rest of Tsunoda's never driven for Red Bull, but you know what I mean. Ocon on the outside, two trailer park girls. Come on, get around the Alpine. We're back to where we finished here last season. Oh! That was so close to damage them. Dad Duckster, what's quack-a-lacking? What isn't quack-a-lacking? That's the real question. I hope you're well. It's one of the only curbs you actually feel on this game. Come on, you Pete. Gotta try and get a run.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely.
I hadn't even remembered about the front wing thing, because we did almost do that as well. We did almost damage the wing in that moment. That would have been so annoying on literally the last lap of that little challenge. Tommy, welcome on in. Hope you're well. Up there, it definitely still feels a little bit sketchy. Can we have a look down the inside of Ricciardo? Oh, Ricciardo style move on the Australian, but we've done it. Beautiful.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Adam, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. There's such a gap ahead of Magnussen. It's actually disgusting. Like if Stroll was delivering as well. Oh, Albon. In the fight for the final point. That's what we like to see. Actually, we ended up with like a red flag or something now. So Alonso, chat, has got between the Red Bulls. He's got 10 laps to try and close down Sergio Perez for the first win of this series. Because I want my points. I'm hoping to finish 14th. That's the goal. Plan is P14 still, unless we get a safety car or something.
Ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
So weird seeing a battery recharge at ridiculous speed. Oh, around the outside of Gasly. Beautiful. Right, come on, we've got 2 seconds to Magnussen. We need 3 seconds to lap out of Stroll if we wanted to get in by the end.
Okay, gap ahead, 2.1 seconds.
How's the farm life down there in Sheffield? Deary me. Too busy reading chat. How's the handling? I've heard mixed responses. So, I have been asked that quite a few times, and it's good because it's allowed me to kind of fine-tune my answer a bit more. Qualifying, time trial, it's not very good, because you can absolutely abuse it. Races, 95% of the time it's good fun. It's much easier than F1 23, but it is good fun. It is just those weird little low-speed moments or where you get a twitch or something like that it feels absolutely undrivable. Like, traction is very easy, braking is very easy. But yeah, there are just odd little moments where the game is really tough. And unpredictable. And, like, I had a moment earlier on where I saved it. And like I said, it didn't even feel rewarding because I have no idea how I did it. The car just, like, sometimes will straighten up, sometimes will spin. Which is a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Oh, come on. Should be in the range of Magnussen now, which is good. Less than 10 laps to go. I mean, you haven't even span it properly yet. Yet is the key word there. Hey, no worries, mate. Hope you're well. How's the handling on this game compared to F1 2017? I can't remember what the handling on 2017... Actually, no, like, vaguely. It's got about the same amount of downforce as 2017. Like, way more than it should. But F1 2017 I didn't like much. Because you had to, like, manage ERS and fuel all the time, and it was ridiculous.
Pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
Oh, we narrowly missed out on fastest lap today. That's a shame. 40 seconds to Bottas on the road. Not helped by the lack of DRS, but... Oh, was it 2018 was fuel and DRS? I thought 2017 was. Unfortunately, I need to get rid of that perk thing, because of course now you don't get told, it just happens. It's about the time of the racetrack where we would get a mechanical. No, am I that? Yeah, we've done alright making some moves towards the end. Pretty much back to where we would expect to be, considering we've been a little bit unlucky today. And of course, yeah, a bit of a learning experience as well. So, I think Alonso's running out of steam though, or is dragging along Verstappen back to Perez, because I don't think he's closing in much anymore. Is Matt going to finish another race? The miracle streak continues. It's not over yet. I can still have a mechanical failure. Albon is currently in the fight. He's 10th currently, actually. I would love to see our teammates score a point to kickstart the year. Albon is, yeah, battling with both of the kick-sounder cars for that final point. Because Lance Stroll is bad. So yeah, Lance Stroll is 13th place in the middle of nowhere. His teammate is fighting for the win. That should tell you everything you need to know about Sir Lance. And Fernando, I guess. I think that gap is still coming down at the front. I just wonder if Max is able to fight with Fernando and that's what's costing him. Actually, yeah, that gap is definitely coming down at the front. That can actually be quite a close fight. I think it's time to redeem one end stream. Oh no. Texture of the tyres looks more off than usual. I wouldn't say so. How much is the end stream redeem again, chat? Is it $500,000? Or is it 1 million points? According to my viewing figures, chat, there's over 250 of you in here at the moment. So as we get towards the end of this race, I would like to thank everyone for stopping by this evening. It has been a good fun one. I think we are going to have slightly more fun this year doing the 100% races. Genuinely probably just because it's a little bit easier. We're also not actually breaking away from Magnussen, which is slightly worrying. We need to get Magnussen out of that range. But we've only got 6 laps to go for our front runners. Will Perez hang on? Or will it be Fernando Alonso? That was scary. It's those little weird moments you get. So I've been talking about all night. Taking way too much to go there now. Eric, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. There's no message now in game about mechanical failures, at least as far as I'm aware of. Or there wasn't on F1 23. Oh yeah, Perez is under pressure towards the end. But Alonso has dragged Max with him. Oh, Alfa Romeo's doing a switch behind Albon. Is Bottas going to try and snooker away the final point from our teammate? It's quite critical, actually, at the start of the season. Magnussen could still ruin me before the end of this race. It is absolutely true, and he might well. Come on, nose in. Yeah, tyres are definitely starting to slip. Do a video on the tyre puncture point. I would assume it's anything from 70% on, like it has been the last few games. I feel like we have definitely got better as this race has gone on, though, about trying not to lock the tyres. Like, yeah, obviously it's still happening in some places, or when I do that, because I've spoke about it, but... I'm still watching that gap between Fernando and cannot work out if he's going to get to Perez by the end. It's looking so close. Like, he's absolutely saved Max by dragging him along. So it meant that Max isn't going to be vulnerable to those other cars behind. Surely Red Bull aren't going to make the one-stop work. I mean, he's closing in. He's got to be, what, 2-3 seconds in it now? That is looking mighty tight. That is a fair point, Smurf.
Okay,
Julio, welcome in. Hope you're well.
26.8 seconds.
So I think we've got enough to cover Magnussen, but he's still definitely in the way. Means we can't take it easy towards the end. I mean, how on earth have Red Bull held onto their tyres up to this point? Oh, Max is going for it on Fernando. That might be critical for his teammate. As Verstappen and Fernando Alonso side by side. Verstappen's pulled it off, but I think Fernando will come back at him. I believe the Spaniard had the DRS, which he will. And he'll get a little bit of breathing room. Oh, that must be so close. Fernando Alonso with the potential for a first Grand Prix victory in over 10 years. Oh, he's got a bit of a break on Max now. He's pushing. I think Sergio's slower than both of them anyway still. Come on, I want to see Fernando win. 5% of votes predicted P14. I mean, once the race kind of got into a groove, it was fairly obvious fairly early this was likely going to be where we finished. We have still got to try and push, keep Magnussen at bay. I reckon Alonso might now have got the gap he needed to. I reckon Verstappen shot himself in the foot there. Either way, I think most people that have come to the Bahrain Grand Prix this weekend after the domination of Red Bull last year will be happy to see Alonso try and get that win. Oh, Reese's Pieces, that was never going to happen. Hey, Horrible Yorkshire Gamer, hope you're well. Kubica is not in the game, I don't believe. Unless he's an icon. Nobody predicted in a war on mechanical DNF. On a new game, that is a bold call. So Alonso's got 3 more laps to do it. If you're... I've basically been spending most of my time now watching that mini-map. Like, not even joking. That battle for the win, first race, is gonna come down to the wire. I mean, surely if Alonso gets in that DRS, there's nothing Checo can do. What are our tyres? I've got 3 more laps. Actually, our tyre wear and fuel usage is going to be pretty much perfect today. There could be a massive pile-up in front. I doubt it, but it could happen. I'm surprised we've had no safety cars. I don't even think we've had a yellow flag, have we, apart from when I've made mistakes. Not all seems to happen. Come on, Fernando. Is Fernando in that range? No, Verstappen's at him again. That might be it. Max Verstappen has got the jump on Fernando Alonso once more. With 2 laps to go. And Alonso, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything about it. He's going to try and fight him, but I don't think he's going to get close enough. Albon is down to 11th as well. So I think, yeah, Bottas has got the jump on Albon. So right towards the end of this race, things started to flip on their head. Don't tell me Max Verstappen's going to win this out of nowhere. Don't tell me Max Verstappen, after being miles behind his teammates, is somehow going to snooker this. Oh, Albon's really starting to drop back towards the end. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether Max is in the range. It is so close between those Red Bulls, but Fernando Alonso, I don't know if his tyres are falling off or whether... Ugh! That's the other weird one. Rear locking can be interesting, especially when you're concentrating on other things. Surely Max is inside that range now with Sergio. 1 lap to go here in Bahrain, and we've got a 3-way fight for the Grand Prix victory. Will it be Sergio Perez? Will it be Max Verstappen? Or will it be Fernando Alonso? It's actually going to be Max, isn't it? He's closing in on Perez down towards turn 1. Unless Fernando Alonso can get the run of runs on the pair of them. Surely Sergio can't lead most of this race. Was getting dragged back by Alonso, and Verstappen just hung with them. I mean, look at that. They're all on top of each other up the top of the hill. I think Sergio Perez has got it, though. I don't see there being another opportunity around this lap. I need to focus on where I'm going. Surely Perez is going to be able to hang on to this now, as we are about to start the final lap of our Grand Prix. It's been a bit of an odd one. It has been good fun. We are over the 2-hour mark, yeah, slightly. I apologise to EA for that. I wasn't expecting the intro to be so long on this game. That's what it was. Red Bull, though, it is going to be a 1-2 by the looks of things. But I don't know which one is going to win this Grand Prix. We'll find out in just a few moments. As are we going to see Magnussen try to get past me on this final lap? Not down at turn 1, he's not. In towards the final corners. I believe it is still Sergio Perez who is leading this thing. We are basically even on fuel, so I've nailed that today. I think, oh, one of the Red Bulls might have made an error. Alonso! Alonso's trying to get a run on one of them. Who's it going to be, though? It is Sergio Perez that takes the dub here in Jeddah. Here in Sakhir, sorry. 3 cars covered by, at most, half a second in the end. But Alonso, his Formula 1 victory comeback is going to continue to wait even further. Bottas is going to snoop away the final point as well. That is heartbreaking for Williams at the end of the first round of the season. Albon in P11 ahead of Zhou Guanyu as Lance Stroll, very, very disappointing. His teammate fighting for the win. Lance Stroll P13, half a lap behind when all is said and done. But making our way in towards the final few corners, we've got to make sure we're not going to run out of fuel here. We are still plus 0.02 laps of fuel. I have absolutely nailed the fuel by accident tonight. I'm genuinely happy with that. But through the final corner, it is P14 in the end from 15th on the grid. We had a decent enough race. We learnt a lot about the game as well. That was very, very good fun.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
All those fireworks for me. Absolutely. That was good fun, though. I enjoyed that chat. Say, it went on definitely a bit longer than I was expecting. EA, I apologise for that. My God, the screen looks bright. Now, I'm not wearing sunnies. But congratulations if you voted P12 to P14. You win yourself some bits if you're on Twitch.
Well, you're always
Beastie,
unsure of the competition
and a few others
what your
earning
opponents have been
a
able
fair
to
chunk
do
of
in the
points.
off-season, Crofty, but they've come here today, they've delivered the performance that you dream about, and wow, did they make that car sing today. Really impressive stuff.
I get tired, man. That was a good stream, though. I
Red
enjoyed
Bull
that.
are our winners
That was
today
really, really
after
good fun.
showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
Sergio Perez, first win of 2024, man. Wild. Who would have seen that coming? Heath, thank you for the sub as well. I appreciate it. No bottles. Were you asleep? I didn't bottle it properly at all. I didn't. Apart from that one in qualifying, I didn't actually spin at all in the race. Adrian Newey at Red Bull. Get that patched, coders. Well, there we go. We gained some levels as well. 2/10 off fastest lap. That's annoying. Well, there we go then. At the end of the day, Sergio Perez takes the win by half a second. 3 cars covered by less than a second at the end of the opening round of the season. That was certainly dramatic there. But somehow Red Bull, despite a terrible qualifying, they get the victory in the end of the full points as well. Charles Leclerc 4th ahead of both Mercs and both McLarens. Sainz ahead of Bottas, rounding out our point scorers there. And we didn't narrowly miss out, but we did miss out there. Hulkenberg wins the wooden spoon to kickstart the all-new season as well. Obviously, Drivers' Championship exactly the same as the race results. Constructors-wise, Red Bull lead the way ahead of Merc and Aston Martin. They're tied with Ferrari, McLaren and Kick Sauber also getting off the starting blocks. But thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon with more Formula 1 content.